I'm Big Cal, and welcome to my world. It is the end of the month and the end of the year, which only means one thing: DIY gaming box time. So, if you don't know what happens at the end of every video, every month of these, I spin this lovely little roulette wheel here, looking a bit worse for wear for the moment, but yeah, whatever number it lands on correlates with the games console that I own. Then for the next month, I have to collect for that console with a budget of £25, trying to find a good balance of quality and quantity. So last month I spun the wheel and it landed on the PlayStation 1. Potentially my favourite system of all time. It's between that, the Super Nintendo and the Switch. Yeah, I already own around 150 games for it, but there's still so many out there that are good and that I still want. But what was I able to get with my budget of £25? Well, let's have a look. First up then, a £10 game. Die Hard Trilogy 2, Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, this is a interesting title because obviously we got the Die Hard Trilogy on the PlayStation 1. I own it already. Is it technically a good game? Maybe not, but it's fun. I grew up with it, I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I can still enjoy playing the first two stories, the first game and the second one. The third one, the driving one, is awful. It controls like garbage, but it was still fun. You've got three different gameplay styles. You've got a sort of a third-person action shootery style game where you go around to the different floors of the Nakatomi, building from the first film. It's not actually that building that they filmed in, but apparently, whatever. You go around the building from the first game. You have to defuse bombs and save hostages while murdering everyone you see. Very, very fun. The second game takes place at the airport, and it's a light gun shooter. You can play without a light gun as well, but yeah, very fun, arcadey style. The third game is driving, and you drive around the city and defuse bombs there as well, and it just controls like garbage. You get very little time in between bombs. Not fun, yeah. So the sequel was weird, Die Hard Trilogy 2, because there isn't another Die Hard trilogy. Eventually, two more films came out. There's only two more. I hope so. Yeah, they came out, but that was many years later. So what is this? It's a video game only sequel where John McClane gets invited out to Vegas from an old friend, and his old friend is running a prison, and of course when he gets there, the prison has been overtaken, and you have to go around similar to the first game in the first game. Yeah, you go around, shooting all the prisoners and things, and trying to save people, I assume. Yeah, the second game then is a light gun shooter. I didn't actually play that one. But then the third game is a driving game, but it actually controls really well. It just looks crap because the draw distance is atrocious. You get like a few feet in front of you and the rest is pitch black. But the object is to drive around and collect turbo, collect time so you don't run out of time, and then smash into the other cars that you see. They're escaping from some heist or something, I don't know. It was quite fun, just technically, as in, the game runs like poop because of the, what do you call it, draw distance. Can't think straight. Ooh. A bit of a sweat on. Anyway, Die Hard Trilogy 2, £10. Been wanting it for years, and it's just one of them games. I'll get it later. Now it's basically doubled in price. I thought I might as well buy it now before it goes up even further, because it isn't really worth £10, but it's in my collection now. I'm happy with it, mostly. And lastly, a £15 game, one that I've been wanting for a while as well. I actually remember when I first sort of either discovered it for the first time or rediscovered it but didn't remember it from my childhood. Not a clue. Yeah, it was more expensive. It was going for about £30 online. Now it's gone down to 15 at least when I got it. And that is Grind Session. If you love the early Tony Hawk's games on the PlayStation 1 and even some of the PS2 and Xbox GameCube entries, you'll love Grind Session. It is basically Tony Hawk's. And I know a lot of skateboarding games kind of tried to emulate the Tony Hawk's gameplay, and most of them really failed at it. This is literally might as well just be Tony Hawk's grind session. Actually saying that sounds really weird. But yeah, skateboarding, different levels, multiple objectives in a level, all the tricks and grinding and things. No revert or reverb, whatever it's called, no manualing. Manualing came in Tony Hawk's 2, reverb, vert, whatever, I think was in 3. This one came out in 2000, so kind of when I think Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 came out, so maybe it was in development and they didn't have manuals, so they didn't have anything to copy from with Tony Hawk's 2 because it wasn't out when this was in development. Yeah, but really, really good game. Good soundtrack as well to it, of course. Yeah, lots of customization options in there. Really fun. I don't remember if I played this as a kid. My brother might know a bit better than me. So, Mick, hello. Did we play this one as a kid? Because, you know, there's so many skateboarding games. There was, you know, the MTV skateboarding, Tony Hawk's, obviously, Thrasher Skate and Destroy. Couple of other kind of crappy ones. Did we play this one though? Because I don't remember it. You probably played it. Yeah. So that's what I got for my £25. Die Hard Trilogy 2 Viva Las Vegas and Grind Session. An excellent Tony Hawk's clone, I guess we can call it. So, let's see what the first month of 2023 is going to have me collect. Alright, put these back in the box. Put that over there. Dear God, this thing is falling apart. I am very much hoping for the January 2023 one to have a bit of a revamped props thingy, yeah, because this is just, yeah, it's a bit old now. It did its job, but I'm looking for something a bit better and a new box as well. It's falling apart. Anyway, let's see, can I take this off without pausing or stopping? I think I did. Right, okay, let's see. Get it focused. That was a crappy spin. There we go, nice big spin. What have we got? Come on, can't be PS1 again. Okay. Where the hell's... Where is it? Oh, there it is. That 12. Is it there? Wow. Yes, it is there at number 12. There we go. So, number 12 is... Ooh, the Sega Master System. Jeez, look at the state of that, it's filthy. Okay, got it set back up again. Yeah, so the Sega Master System. It's a console that I don't actually own, but thanks to the adapter, not the official one, but a third-party one for the Mega Drive, I can indeed play Master System games. And I only have a very small amount. I only started collecting, I think, earlier this year for it. Maybe have 10 Master System games, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, there are a ton out there that I would like. So it should be fairly easy because Master System games are a lot cheaper than most other systems still, just because, I don't know, people don't really want them now. The Master System did better in Europe overall, I believe, than the NES. Pretty much everyone I know from growing up, they had Master Systems and then Mega Drives. I was a Nintendo kid, so I didn't see really much any of that. But yeah, the fact that it's so popular, I guess maybe that's why the game's cheaper, more readily available, and much easier to get complete in box at a good price. So yeah, can't wait really to start looking into that. So I'm Big Cal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next year.